today's topic. So today we are going to discuss IAS-10 events after reporting date. What are events after reporting date? First, you have to understand any event which occur between the date of financial statement and the date of audit report, means between the end of the reporting date and the date of the authorization of financial statement. Make sure financial statement has not been issued, means it is authorized for the issue but it is not actually being issued. Now, what are the types of event? There are two types of event: adjusting event and non-adjusting event. Adjusting event means events which conditions exist at the balance sheet date, means at the reporting date, at the year end date. And what are non-adjusting event? Those events which do not exist at the balance sheet date. And what are the implications of these two type of events? For the adjusting events, we record provision. Let's say the customer goes bankrupt and the condition exists at the balance sheet date, so for that we have to record provision for bad debt. What if there is a natural disaster? This is a non-adjusting event, as no condition exists at the balance sheet date. So what is the implication in this case? We will have to ensure whether the loss is significant, is material or not. If the loss is significant or material, then we will only disclose. If the loss is insignificant or immaterial, then no effect, means no disclosure, nothing. Now read IAS-10 events after reporting period. Objective: IAS-10 prescribes when an entity should adjust its financial statements for events after the reporting period. Disclosures required for such events, means if adjusting event, there should be an adjustment. If not adjusting event and the effect is material, then disclosure. Key definition: events after the reporting period. Events favorable or unfavorable, means adjusting or non-adjusting, that occur between the end of the reporting date and the date the financial statements are authorized for issue, but before the issuance of the financial statement. Events occurring after the issuance of the financial statement do not come under this definition, means any event, either adjusting or non-adjusting event, occur once the financial statement has been issued, will not be covered under the definition of events after reporting date. Now you have to be attentive while attempting the question of IAS-10. In this question, dates are very, very, very important. That's why I have written down important dates in sequence. Date of financial statement means year-end date or balance sheet date, reporting date. Date of approval of financial statement means authorization of financial statement by director. Till this date, any event occur which is events after reporting period. Date of audit report, date of issuance of financial statement. If any event occurred at this date, means at the date of issuance of financial statement, then it will not be covered under the definition of events after reporting period. Now there are two types of events: adjusting events and non-adjusting events. So in adjusting event, provide evidence of conditions that exist at the reporting date. Adjust the financial statement. Non-adjusting events, indicative of conditions that arose after the reporting date. Do not adjust financial statements but disclose if material, means significant impact. Now there are few examples for adjusting event as well as non-adjusting event. Adjusting events and its example: bankruptcy of a customer confirming existing impairment. Also, settlement of a court case providing evidence of obligation at year end. Now Non-adjusting events, fire or flood after year end, major business combination or disposal means restructuring or there is a significant change in business, acquisition of new business or disposal after year end, decline in market value of investments due to poor year end condition. There are some other conditions for adjusting event such as subsequent discovery of errors or fraud in financial statement, return of defective inventory after the year end, change in going concern assumptions after the year end. Also, subsequent sale of inventory below cost, subsequent finalization of purchase sale price of assets which are purchased sold before year end. There are other conditions for non-adjusting events such as major restructuring, discontinuance of operations, issue of shares or debentures, appropriation of assets by government, destruction of asset by fire, flood, issuance of guarantees or commitments, major litigation started after reporting date, changes in tax law or foreign exchange rates if abnormally large change, customer cancelled order due to change in law. So these are additional conditions for adjusting and non-adjusting event. Now talk about the dividend. Dividends declared after the reporting date are not recognized as a liability at year end. What is the meaning of this line? Now read. They are disclosed in the notes as they do not meet liability recognition criteria under IAS 37. If you have not covered the IAS 37 lecture, I would highly recommend you to watch this lecture because there is a huge difference between the liability and all these things. Now, read these points. Once dividend is declared in annual general meeting AGM, it becomes the liability of company. If dividend is declared before year end, then we will make entry and adjust it. But if declared after the year end, then no entry in last year accounts, only disclosure. If it is written that dividend proposed just before year end, then no entry last year, only disclosure. Why? Dividend proposed is just a recommendation by directors to shareholders that company should give this much dividend, means no obligation. This is just a propose, just a recommendation. The real thing is dividend declare. So dividend declare is the main thing. That's why dividends declared after the reporting date are not recognized as a liability at year end. Means this is not an adjusting event, this is a non-adjusting event. That's why they are disclosed in the notes as they do not meet the liability recognition. What is the implication of going concern? I have just explained in the adjusting event condition that change in going concern assumption after the year end is a adjusting event. Now read. If events after the reporting date indicate the entity is no longer a going concern, means if event after the reporting date indicate that this company will not be able to continue as a going concern, then financial statements must not be prepared on a going concern basis. Then how the financial statement should be prepared? Financial statement should be prepared on breakup basis. Breakup basis means current assets, current liabilities, means all your non-current assets will become your current assets. Same goes for the liabilities. So from that date, financial statement should be prepared on a breakup basis. Even if this is discovered after the reporting date but before issue of financial statement, as it is always an adjusting event. So keep in mind, root learn this thing or memorize this thing. If there is a change in going concern status, then it will always be an adjusting event. Disclosure requirement. For material non-adjusting events, nature of the event, estimate of its financial effect, or a statement if such estimate can't be made. Exam tips. Classify clearly, is it adjusting or non-adjusting? Use time and condition test. Did the condition exist at the reporting date, at the balance sheet date? Always address disclosure versus recognition. For going concern, it overrides all. If not going concern, full change in basis. Now there are few past paper questions which I have written down in the case form. So case one, adjusting event. There is a scenario. ABC Limited customer who owed rupees 5 lakh at 31st December 2024. Means we are ABC and we have a receivable from our customer of rupees 5 lakh at 31st December 2024. The customer was declared bankrupt on 10th January 2025. Means next year, first month of the next year. The financial statements were authorized on 25th Jan 2025. Now, requirement, should ABC Limited adjust the receivable? Answer, yes, this is an adjusting event. How? The bankruptcy provides evidence that the receivable was impaired before the reporting date. You can ask how the evidence provide that the receivable was impaired before the reporting date. If you can read this scenario again, ABC Limited customer who owed rupees 5 lakh at 31st December 2024. It means at the year end, at the reporting date, the customer has to pay 5 lakh to us and was declared bankrupt on 10th Jan 2025. The financial statements were authorized on 25 Jan 2025. Now, action. Reduce your receivables and recognize a bad debt expense in the 2024 financial statement. Case number 2, non-adjusting event scenario. On 5th Jan 2025, a fire destroyed part of XYZ company's factory. The year end was 31st December 2024. The fire was due to an electrical fault that occurred in January 2025. The financial statement were authorized on 20th Jan 2025. If you can compare the date of occurrence of this event, it's because it between the date of the reporting date or the date of the authorization of financial statement. So it means this is an event after reporting date. Now you have to identify whether this is an adjusting event or a non-adjusting event. If you again read the scenario, on 5th Jan, a fire destroyed part of XYZ company. The year end was 31st December. Means the fire occurred on 5th Jan after year end. The year end is 31st December. So it means this is a non-adjusting event. Now, should XYZ company adjust its 2024 financial statement? Answer, no, non-adjusting event. The fire occurred due to conditions after the reporting date. Action, no adjustment but disclose if material. If there is no specific amount or no breakup, then you have to use the if condition. Means disclose if material, otherwise no. Describe the event and estimate the financial effect. Example, asset loss insurance claim. Case 3, dividend declared after the year end scenario. On 15th Jan 2025, the board of DEF Limited declared a dividend of rupees 2 million. Year end was 31st December 2024. Financial statement were authorized on 25 Jan 2025. Requirement, should this dividend be recognized in the financial statement? No. Why? This is a non-adjusting event. The dividend declaration occurred after the reporting date, and the reporting date is 31st, and the declaration made on 15 Jan 25. Disclose in the notes, do not recognize a liability in 2024. Now, case for going concern impact. On 10th Jan 2025, GHI Limited lost a major contract and its financing was withdrawn. The company is unlikely to continue operations. Year end is 31st December. FS not yet authorized. Requirement, should financial statement be adjusted? Yes. Change of basis. Even though the event occurred after the year end, it affects the going concern assumption, means entity GHI will not able to continue foreseeable 12 months. So the action is prepare financial statement not on a going concern basis, means financial statement should be prepared on a breakup basis. Full disclosure must be provided with reasons. Case 5, court case settlement. JKL Limited had a legal case ongoing at 31st December, means on reporting date on 12th Jan 2025. After the reporting date, the court ruled JKL must pay rupees 1.5 million, means JKL had liability at a provision to pay. The financial statement were authorized on 28th June 2025. Adjust the 2024 financial statement. Answer yes, adjusting. Even the court case existed at the reporting date. The ruling confirms the obligation, so recognize a liability and related expense in 2024, means P&L debit provision credit by this amount 1.5 million. Okay, there are few other mixed type MCQs. This is very important for better conceptual clarity. So I would highly recommend you to read these further MCQs type questions for your better understanding. If you have still any queries or issues, you can ask me. I will try my best to resolve all of your queries. Also, if you are lacking in any concept of IAS or IFRS, feel free to contact me. I will try my best. Take care. Best wishes.